Hello.
Hi.
So, Techno's favorite animal.
Oh, I would have to say Floof. He tried and tried not to like him, but he was unsuccessful. I think dogs and Floof in particular,
What is your favorite thing about Floof?
yeah.
Oh no, he might be.
Okay. Here's a little thing. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's pretty great. Every morning and a bunch of times through the day, there's a door in the back, and you open the door and he runs out into the backyard because you got to let your dog in the backyard every so often. When he comes back and he sees that you're about to open the door, he stands up on his hind legs and he puts his paw on the door, and he does a dance that looks about like this. I can't even move at the speed that he moves at. It's like this little hyper up and down thing. And it's one of the darlingest things I've ever laid eyes on.
Hello, I'm Val.
Hi.
Do you have any plans for Techno's channel in the future / like more charity events?
I've heard pretty strongly back from the fans that they would prefer that the channel remain relatively undisturbed. Every time I do anything, what I hear from everybody is like, I had a heart attack. Oh, I don't want people to have a heart attack.
But we love it too.
Well,
like you have a heart attack, but it's in a good way.
Well, I plan on talking to the community and getting some understanding of what people would like. So everybody knows what the Hypixel Book of Remembrance is. One day there will be a video about that. That's something that could end up on Alex's channel because it's very Alex. It's all about Alex. As far as more charity events goes, yes.
If there's any opportunity for you and the Sleepy Boys to ever do an IRL meetup or collaboration, I think a lot of fans would appreciate that.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is it planned already?
Okay, great. Nice row.
Things are in motion. I can't say anything specific, but I love Phil to death. I love Tommy to death. And Wilbur seems like, gosh, I did 2 one way and then I switched. What is people going to read into that? Wilbur is an amazing person and I want to know him better, and something will happen.
Quick question. Do you have a very short floof story, if that's okay? I love them. They always make me smile.
Very short Floof story. The one that's jumping to mind, what is the worst thing that Floof has ever done? I met someone new 5 years ago. It was amazing how it was going, and the relationship progresses. And then you reach this point where you are maybe going to have a sleepover. The woman who is today my lovely wife and life partner was staying with me for the first time, and that involves learning a little bit about who Floof is. Floof is aggressively affectionate. Like, he is in your lap right now if you give him a chance. But he was a little hesitant when she first showed up. I mean, definitely tail wagging and everything, but he was kind of like gonna sleep like over there. And so in the morning she wakes up and she's like, "Oh, your dog's like right over there sleeping at me." And I said, "Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact." She looks right at him. She's like, "Why not?" And of course, the second the eye contact was there, Floof is like, "Okay, that's an invitation." So he bounds over, he jumps up on the bed, and he's like, "Ah!" And he's like sitting right on top of her, right? Like looking her right in the eyes. And she's like, "Oh my, what? How wonderfully affectionate this sweet little dog is." And he threw up all over her face. And
that is amazing. Thank you so much. That was so funny.
Not the most heartwarming story, but that is correct, people out there. Oh, here's a woman I'm trying to impress. Well, my dog just barfed on her face, so not the best first impression.
How is Floof?
Fame has not affected him at all. I will say, if you saw him, you would say it is as if he doesn't even know how famous he is. It's like he doesn't even know that there are like YouTube compilations.
I also have a dog, a Pyrenees, who has betrayed my mother on multiple occasions by pooping on her head. Not once, not twice, 3 times. A wanted man, Pupster. He just can't be stopped. The question is, has Technodad mentioned anything lore-wise to you about the Dream SMP? That was from OG Seal.
You totally one-upped my Floof disaster story. I gotta say, I'm impressed. The possibly disappointing answer is that one thing that I just don't know anything about, even to this day, is the Dream SMP. I actually know more about the world, and Alex took over everything, and
Antarctic
Antarctica,
Empire.
Afghanistan.
Yeah,
SMP Earth.
SMP Earth. Barely know anything about SMP Earth, but I know way more about SMP Earth than I do about the Dream SMP.
You have to watch the Dream SMP videos
Yes,
live.
I know I
Yes.
do. I know I do.
And we would love to see you watch them live so we can watch them again with you.
Can you pet Floof for all of us Floof fans? Also, just thank you for everything. And that's from Sapphire Blade. How do you feel about the crazy amount of money you and Techno have raised for the Sarcoma Foundation of America? That's from Kier.
We have connected up personally with the person who's the executive director of the Sarcoma Foundation of America, and she is a wonderful person. And when I found out that
Or
what
no
is
longer
happening
red
in
in
the
the background.
again,
Yeah.
when I found out that the whole landscaping for funding for sarcoma research has changed in the last year, it makes me very emotional. Considering how the merch continues to sell well and people are still watching his YouTube videos, I am going to be able to do a lot of good in the world. And again, I can't even begin to express how grateful I am for every t-shirt and everything we can do with that money. I just mentioned one thing as far as purchases go, and that would be an RGB yacht.
What was Techno's favorite childhood show, and for what reason?
Favorite childhood show? I think I'm gonna say Star Wars. When he was older, we watched all kinds of things. Just mentioned Gravity Falls. Futurama though was pretty great. I can't name just one. I probably can't name just 10, so I think I'll just stop right there.